Welcome to the Townsend Board of Health meeting today at 6 o'clock p.m. Roll call, Dr. Christian Roman Ramirez, Chairman.
Donasio, Clerk, here.
Regarding additions and deletions, we will have a joint meeting with the Finance Committee and the Board of Selectmen. So since while we wait for the members of the Select Board to arrive, I'm gonna move 1.4, which is 1A Dudley Road new construction, if they're ready, while we wait for the Select Board to be here for the meeting.
Sure, and Christian, 1.6 and 1.7 are going to be deleted.
Which one's gonna be deleted?
1.6 and 1.7.
Okay. And before we continue, is there anybody recording this meeting?
Yes, there is.
Okay, thank you, Cindy.
We're also going to be continuing item 1.9 minutes
When?
to the next meeting.
Okay, and we will, 1.9, the minutes will be continued on the next meeting then. Okay.
I was going to sit in the Board of Health meeting, how fun!
Alright, so this is a proposed new construction lot. It's the parcel that just got auctioned off at that town auction across from the police station, so on the corner of Dudley and Route 13. Because of the lot size, they're only looking to build a 2-bedroom house. It is within a Zone 2 of the public water supply, the crossroad well, so they're limited to 1 bedroom per 10,000 square feet of land. The parcel is just 21,904 square feet. So as part of the approval, they'll have to record on the deed 2-bedroom restriction before a certificate of compliance will be issued. But the system itself is fairly straightforward. It'll be served by town water. There already is a curb stop installed on the property, and it'll be a 2,500 gallon tank that'll gravity feed to two 42-foot trenches. The system's in full compliance with Title V and Townsend regulations, so there are no variances being requested.
So this is the proposed new construction, correct?
Yep, that's the proposed house right there.
Okay. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Can I get a motion to approve 1A Dudley Road new construction?
I make a motion to approve 1A Dudley Road new septic system.
Okay, I'll second that. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Very well.
No, let's go over there.
And we move forward for okay. So can I get a motion to adjourn Board of Health meeting to continue after the joint meeting that we're gonna have with the Select Board and the Finance Committee?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Continue.
Continue Board of Health meeting until after the meeting with the board. So
Okay. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Very well. Can I get a motion to invite the Select Board and the Finance Committee to the joint meeting?
I will make a motion to invite the Finance Committee and the Selectmen meeting.
Okay.
And the Selectmen to a meeting, joint meeting.
Very well. It's 6:05 p.m. and we will start the joint meeting with the Board of Selectmen and the Finance Committee.
And this we'll call the Finance Committee meeting to order at 6:05 p.m. Roll call attendance.
Carol Hoff is present.
Sam Grant present. Dave Walker present.
Carolyn Mazik is present.
Kathleen Spofford, present.
Don Hayes present. With that, we have a quorum, so we're good to go. We've already covered the recording of the meeting, so we are good to continue to the work session. And
Mr.
Yeah.
Chairman?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm Laura Schifrin. I'll call the joint meeting of the Board of Health with Finance and Select Board to order at 6:07 p.m. Roll call.
Ally Goodrich, present.
Veronica Kell present. And Laura Schifrin present.
Okay. We thank you for all being here present. The Board of Health wants to start with the questions that the Select Board had presented to us on December 9th regarding what would be the purpose of this meeting. And they presented 5 questions. Do they have the packet?
Yes. Do you guys have packages? They're right over here. Did you grab it?
No. Yeah.
Can you share?
you don't have
And
to.
I also have financials, which I can probably share with Christian. Okay, so you can have one and then Lori and can share one.
So, the 5 questions that the Select Board have presented, and we can discuss item by item, is question number 1. What period of time is covered with the, this is the joint meeting is regarding the curbside trash and recycling update with the Select Board and with the Finance Committee. And the first question was proposed to the Board of Health. What period of time is covered with the $125 people paid for trash pickup? Fiscal year till June 30, 26, or calendar year from September 1st, 2025 to August 31st, 2026. The enterprise fund paid for July and August as an extension of the contract and September 2025 to June 2026 under the new contract, but expenses for the entire fiscal year were included in the setting of up to $125 rate. Yes.
So it ends at the end of June.
So it ends at the end of June, not the end of August. So when people pay due September 1st, it was for the time of the fiscal year, not for a calendar year. I'm not so sure people understand that. When I think they're paying through the end of August.
It was very clear on the flyer that the program had started July 1st and that we were giving July and August as leeway for people in the summer, and it was going to be an annual fee July to July. We were giving people July and August because we didn't know if people were going to be out of town. Some people aren't even here for the whole summer. They're going to leave and they're going to come back in October and find out that the trash program is completely changed. So we also didn't want to disrupt people on vacation if there's a heat wave and they're away for 2 weeks.
So people will be paying, their payment will be due July 1st.
Yes.
Not September 1st
Yes.
next year. And so I think that needs to be made perfectly clear to the community, because I think a lot of people thought that their 125 covered them from September 1st to the end of August 2026, when in fact it covered them from September 1st through the end of June 2026.
So it covered them from July 1st to July 1st. We just gave the town 2 months to sign up for the program.
That's one way to look at it. But if you ask people when their next
Okay.
payment
I've met with
due,
every single person that has come in, and we are making them very well aware that it is annual. We are very much making
and that annual is the fiscal year.
Yes, and we're also going to be
Okay.
sending out
No,
our
that's
flyer which will be going out, and we're waiting to get a little more demographics as far as how much tonnage and whatnot we've been receiving. But we will have flyers that we will be going out to every household, not just the subscribers to the program, to every household in Townsend.
Okay.
And if the select board is pleases, we can also put a reminder on the Board of Health website with that clarification, just in
Absolutely.
case that situation is, just to clear the air about that. Is that
I think
okay?
that's a good idea.
Okay.
And if I may.
Yes.
I believe we're getting ready to send out the tax bills for the next year. A stuffer that could go in the tax bills that will go to every taxpayer.
Absolutely, we've already discussed it.
Okay, very good.
Yep.
Okay. Any questions, concerns, so that we can move forward? Okay. Question number 2. Recognizing that the tipping fee, expense, and pay-as-you-throw-back fees, the income, must be monitored, at what point does the Board of Health expect to set the next rate for trash pickup covered by the enterprise fund? Note, please consider the fact the first 2 months of the fiscal year 2026 were covered by stabilization. The Board of Health will review the data and set rates for fiscal year 2027 as part of the enterprise fund budgeting process. The budget for the enterprise fund is due on the select board 120 days before the start of the fiscal year, which will be March 2026.
Perfect.
Okay? Any comments, any questions about that? Okay, next question. Given that the trash program is not supported by tax dollars, how will a deficit in the enterprise fund will be covered by the Board of Health and the trash takers? My question to the select board is regarding what deficit are you referring to? We have not established that we have not established that there is a deficit. In fact, we are operating with a surplus up to date. And a deficit will be factored into the rate established for the following year. This was confirmed by Town Council at a June 18th consult. And I don't know if the accountant can give us information about how are we on the enterprise account?
Hi, everybody. Thank you. I hope everyone's doing well. So if there is a deficit at year end, we can't end the year with a deficit, but like you mentioned, we're not in deficit right now. It doesn't look like we're in danger of being in deficit from what I can see looking at the numbers, but it would have to be raised on the recap or covered by available funds. And then in the next year, as you mentioned, you can set your rates to cover what you think your annual costs will be to be self-supporting. Hope that helps with everybody where we have to be accounting-wise.
So can I ask a question? So Elizabeth, you had provided to us in November, which is what we use for these questions, a file that's waste enterprise budget. It's titled Solid Waste and Recycling Enterprise Fund Fiscal Year 2026 Monthly Projections. I guess my question is, and this shows a deficit of $15,000, and of course we don't have the funds from the purple bags or the tonnage that goes, the amount we pay for tonnage. And so what I want to make sure is that this, and it goes by month from July for the entire fiscal year, I want to make sure that that spreadsheet, it's a great spreadsheet, and it will project when the funds, if they do, go into deficit. I understand that at this point in time, there is no deficit. Everybody paid for the entire amount. The variables are the amount that gets paid out and the amount that we get from purple bags. So I just want to ensure that this projection is updated and that the Board of Health is kept apprised of it, so that when those monies start being decided for fiscal year '27, the amount that needs to be paid on July 1st covers any deficit from this year and covers the entire next year. Because as Carla said, July and August were paid out of stabilization. That was like, what, 120K or so? 150?
160.
Well,
It's 160.
160 came out.
116.
16
160.
So
came out.
you used 116.
Oh, I'm sorry, I
of the
thought you were talking
116.
about the 2 months
Yeah.
that we,
Right.
okay.
No, it went, 160 supported this program.
Correct.
That's
Right, to get it
160,000
started.
that was not included in the 125 that people paid for 10 months of collection. So I just want to make sure, because the town does not have I don't anticipate the funds in the general fund to support trash, nor should they, because the vote was it to be covered entirely through what the Board of Health can raise from the trash takers in the program. So I just want to make sure, I like this spreadsheet. I think it gives us a good idea of what's happening, and I want to see to it that it is monitored regularly so that there's a realistic picture of what people are going to need to pay for trash due July 1st.
Yeah, and I am going to be providing the Board of Health regularly with the reports on a monthly basis and the detailed revenues that are coming in. We're tracking it.
And
I'm
if
going
the
to keep a close eye on it. Sorry.
And if the select board wants to see it, you'll send it to us as well.
Oh my God, of course.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I guess my question would be, can we get a version of this spreadsheet that has the actuals as they come in? So like we have an actuals, so can we get the actuals for August, September, and October? I understand November may not be fully tallied yet, but then when that's tallied, can we get a version that has the actuals filled in?
Yeah, you have a detailed PDF, but you know, as luck would have it, while you guys were getting set up, I quickly dumped everything into an Excel spreadsheet I can send out to you all.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I can keep it updated and get it to you regularly.
Yeah, that would be great. I mean, because this spreadsheet, I think, is what we
What
want.
you want.
A monthly report that basically is this, just filled in with the actuals
Sure.
for that month.
Of course. And I'll copy in the select board when I send it to you, so everybody's on the same page.
That would be great.
And the finance committee.
Yes.
In the finance committee, sorry, yes, I didn't mean to leave you guys out of it.
No, we're good.
Okay.
We can get an email.
Okay, let's go to question number 3.
Just did that
I
for.
did that, number 4. The tonnage figures for September and October. You have on your packets, if Carla can share that information so that people that are watching us too that don't have the documents can they benefit from the tonnage. And I want to make it clear to the select board and to everybody that it is not the Board of Health's intention for next year to get any money from stabilization or from anywhere. Our plan is to come up with a strong plan to get the monies. But it's not our plan to get it from stabilization or any part of the tax levy.
Before we move on to 4 and 5, could you answer the question for number 3? How will a deficit in the enterprise fund be covered by the Board of Health and the trash takers? In your answer that's written here, I'm looking at this. So a deficit would be factored into the rate established for the following year. Okay?
Yes?
All right, thank you. All right, 4 and 5.
Tonnage figures, they're right there. We've been monitoring them as we had the trash contract, which was all-inclusive, and it didn't matter how much tonnage we had through the town, it was being disposed of as a monthly rate. That has dropped by 50 to 60%. The contract that we had for the 2 months for the municipal dumpsters, which were included into the enterprise account, meaning all the sports fields, the highway department, the cemeteries, the town hall, all those, they also were included in that flat rate of $58,000. It's unfortunate that we don't have a spreadsheet for the municipal dumpsters and how much they're actually picking up, because they just don't do that tonnage. It's not in this. I've been working with them. It's gonna be next to impossible for them. Maybe in the next year, if they had a better truck, they might be able to go out and do it. But the way that that contract is set up is it's usually gone around with other towns and services. So the town has entered into a proposal for the municipal dumpsters as a flat rate. We don't know really how much that has decreased for the tonnage for the town. We only have 2 months of tonnage reports. In order to give you a factual rate, we really need 3 to 4 months of tonnage reports, and you're coming into the biggest time of the year. November, December, and January are notoriously high, other than July. With the July 4th holidays, the tonnage is going to be exceptionally higher than usual. So do we really want to use those numbers? We don't know. This is a pilot program. We're all on the same gerbil wheel. We're learning, we're gathering as much information as we can, and we're acting accordingly to make sure that it's an affordable program for the residents and the town.
Could you show me where the numbers are for the amount that we paid for disposal of trash? My understanding was that instead of it being incorporated into the contract, the town would be paying for the disposal of that tonnage. How much did we pay for September and October to have our trash disposed of?
The trash pickup for the 2-month extension was $58,000.
I understand that. I'm talking about September and October. When we moved in, the July and August pickup were all inclusive.
Right.
After that, we were paying for Shaw to pick up in town, and then we were paying for the disposal of the trash, the tonnage. Where are those figures in this big thing? I want to know, how much did we pay for September to dump our trash, meaning what's not under contract with Shaw?
When you say
And how
we-
much did we pay in October,
We,
the town?
yes, but are you talking about the municipal trash or?
Oh, no, I'm talking about the trash that the trash takers in town are paying for.
It's
The
right
thing
here.
that purple bags hopefully
Right here.
offset.
The September and October tonnage is
Is
right
it
there,
this-
the recycling.
This
and-
one?
Which page
Yes,
is
Page
this?
is that?
yes, if you look at your package on the second page, you will see the November 10th warrant article. Bills payable, it shows GW Shaw. October and September, it shows the amount of recycling and the amount of trash. It also has the backup that if you go in there, you will see every single day that they went through and the amount of tonnage that they were picking up.
Sorry, I don't see, I see on the first page that I have Shaw's total invoice, 56,000. Is that what we paid for September?
It's about the fifth page in.
Right there. This is September? Where's the tonnage? The 39,000?
So this is the
September
tonnage.
30th?
So each day we're giving the tonnage.
I'm not seeing this. I don't know if I have a different packet from you guys.
You're missing one
Okay, so
page.
this is.
Oh, the page is missing.
Here.
Yep.
That's how much you paid, 125 per ton.
So it was 115 for September's amount
So you just did
and
that.
October's amount
Yeah.
together?
They did it by day, so
Yeah,
they
but
did
you
the
gotta look at
tonnage
recycling.
each day.
This is what I have.
I'm looking at this.
No, she's looking at something different.
Did we write a check?
No, she doesn't have the, she doesn't,
It's already in
Oh, page 5.
budget that you have.
So for September and October was 115,000.
Yes.
Okay, so my
This is
question
September's.
is, did we bring in
September's and then this one's October.
115,000
yeah.
in
So when you
September
go
and
to the
October
15th, you
in
get the daily breakdown
purple
of
bags.
tonnage by day.
You did not, but you also had people signing up for the trash stickers, and I think that Elizabeth could probably give more detail to that.
I think my question, Elizabeth, is did the September and October amount that we paid for disposal offset, was that amount offset by the amount that the town received in purple bags? Or was there a negative there?
So,
But it
you know,
has-
that's a tough one because of the timing of when the revenue hits the accounts. And there's like a lag. I can tell you right now, we've collected 282,000 in the bag fees.
For
And that-
all,
Well, that's through November, but November I only have one thing posted. So there's more to come for November. It just is a lag in timing. So for the months you're talking about, there was, let's see, July had $70,000. August had $103,000. September was 36, October was 35. November is at 36,955, but I still have more to post there. I
that's
hope
the
that
purple,
helps.
Yes.
That's the
purple.
bag fees. Yes, that's purple bags.
All right, so, and we,
Go ahead.
and we paid out 115 for trash disposal, outside of the amount that we give to Shaw.
Yeah,
Okay,
my
all right,
understanding.
all right.
Does that help?
Yes, thank you.
150.
It's because they didn't receive the
The
last
other
payment,
month,
so this
it's
is
a
one month.
check on the
So I didn't get the second page.
So this is 1 month, and they didn't pay.
So the numbers that are below,
115 is 2 months.
the 115,000 is because,
It's 2 months. It's September and October.
The 115,027.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so September's the 5608.9.
In October is the
And I-
59,018 change. Yes.
That's for the 2 months.
So that's for the base contract of 39,915 plus the tonnage.
Yes.
So it's a math thing. I'm looking at it
Yeah.
going, so just from the tonnage, I'm seeing about 17,000 for the September. And if the
Well, no,
revenues
September's-
were about 30,000, is,
The September it's 15, or 16, right? Because it's 5338 and then 10,755.
yeah. Wait, I rounded.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's the thing, if the revenue that we saw transferred from the bag revenue was about 33,000, 34,000, and we only had tonnage of 17,000 that we were paying, the rest of it's done off the base. The rest of the monthly fee is the base, so it looks like it's running, the bag fees are paying for the tonnage as they need to, and there's a little extra there to kick in to cover the base pickup charge. As I see it. We'll continue to watch it, but does it make sense?
Well, yeah, I think what would really help everybody is if we can compile it into this spreadsheet format.
Yes, I agree.
Because I mean, it's good to have all the backup, but it's kind of hard to follow,
Right, right.
right?
We're just setting up the account,
Yeah, no,
so
I
please
know,
bear
I know.
with us.
Key is on the upside.
Right.
Right,
Right.
right, it does look like at least we have not, we've taken in more bag revenue than we projected, and we
Yes.
actually have not, we've averaged about the tonnage that you've projected,
Yes.
even a little less over the 2 months. So,
We're on the upside.
we've started out in a good place at least.
You guys okay with me sharing my screen so you could see it?
Sure.
I just emailed it to Carla too, if she wants to, if she can get to it. That would be me knowing how to share. Here we go.
Good luck.
But she doesn't will it let me.
Well, that's the thing, TCAM,
TCAM, can you allow Elizabeth share her screen and, please?
Right, she should be able to share.
Thank you.
okay.
Can y'all
thank you.
see it?
Yeah, we see a big zoom of this.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I can read
Alright, so
that.
this gives it to you. Let me make it bigger.
yeah.
Wasn't even-
In the bottom right, there's a little bar you can slide.
Yeah, I remember that.
Alright, can you guys see this?
One,
No, it
think
needs
you
to
work
be a
for it.
lot bigger.
Bigger?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Oh,
That's pretty good.
Now better.
Yeah, let's still pull it up.
that's good.
Am I blocking you?
better?
No.
Okay.
Well, work for it.
So this is by month. The top one is the fees, so 94,708 in fees to date. Like I said, there's a lag in some timing, so I don't have November's posted yet. And then here we go by month. On the bottom is your waste bags revenue. So to date, your total revenue is 377,000. And if you, I think you guys have all the expenses, and our expenses were at 233. So that's not a bad place to be, because your expenses are posted quicker than your revenues are.
Maybe control that micro better.
So, okay, so August, there was 103,000 in waste bag revenue? Wow. Crazy, man.
That's huge.
Yeah, I said the same thing, and here's the detail to it. We probably, I don't, well, wow.
No, that's okay. I like, the first page is
Yeah.
fine.
So the reason
Okay.
for that is we stopped
Right, we stopped producing, but that,
producing for a
yeah.
while and they weren't available, so when you get July, everybody was coming.
Right.
Right, but well, I mean, probably the more important number is the fact that September, October, November are above the 30,000.
Right.
Right, because that's what, in the budget that you laid out, you budgeted for 30,000. And the fact that we're above 30,000 is a good thing. So, okay, but we don't have a similar formatted spreadsheet for the
Tonnage.
expenses at this point, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, but you can generate that?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine if it's not in the next 5 minutes, we understand that.
Thank
But
you.
over the next days.
Okay, I'll stop sharing if that's okay.
Yeah,
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
You're
Elizabeth.
welcome.
Okay. Any other questions? People from the community that are under electronic community that have any questions? Nope. Okay. Let's go to number 5, pay as you throw report for September and October.
They're attached?
That was already what was up, it was included.
That's what she
in
basically had up
shut,
there, right?
So
Yeah.
Right.
that answers 4 and 5.
yeah.
So, yeah, the detail behind is here for those.
Okay.
But I think a big takeaway is if we can get monthly reports based on this format, I think that'll really help us with, understanding where everything stands. It looks like we're off to a good start at least.
Yes.
So, hey, and I guess from the detail side, when I was looking at the reports, it looked as though the retail deposited 24,000-ish this month, but they transferred in 35,000 in November, if I read them right. So I may be in the weeds, but there's a running balance of about 20,000 after the end of October transfer of funds.
Okay.
And so I just, like I said, one of the pages in the detail invoice looked as though there were only deposits of about 24,000 from the retailers into the account, but there was a balance from the prior month. So at the end of the month, 35,000
Oh, yes.
was transferred. So
Yes,
that-
yes.
It's kind of, so if that's the way it's operating.
And that is the
I
way
think
that it's operating.
Yep, okay,
If
so I
you
just
buy
think it's,
5 bags at a time, and you use 2 a month, which was
Yeah.
the suggested possibility, it is for us,
yeah,
then you're gonna have a big purchase one month, but you're not gonna need to purchase them the next month.
right, but that's what I'm saying
Yeah.
is the purchases and the deposits that the store are making are less than what we're transferring at the end of the month. So the carry balance that's in the account
Right, yes.
gets added to the receipts for the month, and we bring over that 35,000. So even after the 35,000 for October was transferred, there's about 20,000 in that account still to be in
Yes.
there. And again, I mean, I understand that if the program is suspended, we probably have to pay back the recent purchases that the stores made for the unsold bags, that sort of thing. If it happened, I think, to me, it looks like the program's a success and continuing, so it's kind of, I would like to see it, and hopefully, you know, I'm still seeing user fees come in, so people are still signing up for the program.
They absolutely are. I had
And
8
seeing
people in the last 2 weeks gonna,
Yep, so
so,
I think, yep.
great.
Any other questions?
Perfect.
Okay, can we get a motion to?
Can I say one thing?
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Anything else? Yeah.
Yes,
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe what you told us was there's only 600 to 800 people that haven't signed up for this program?
Yes.
Okay,
Only around 600 to 800.
so of the people that were using the program prior,
We had 3,400 people that were in the program when we first started, way back when with the overflow bags. And then when we went to the pay-as-you-throw program, we lost about 400 people, so we were at 3,000. Then we lost the people when we went completely to the other one. So we were looking at about 2,800. And we're at sticker 2245, and there are 15 stickers that have fallen off or gotten destroyed by something where we've had to get duplicates. So we're at 2230 for stickers.
Yeah.
So there's 600 people out there floating. I don't know where they are, but hopefully they've got either private or they'll, and the tax program is great. Our department head meeting, it said that the treasurer's office is willing for us to put in an insert as long as it's short and sweet, and it's not gonna include additional weight. So I think that's a great idea versus just sending out invoices to everyone who's in the program. Send it out to everyone, just in case you aren't in it. If you want to join, this is what you need to do, and I think you're going to have probably a couple of hundred right there that will come back.
You're talking about by March, setting up what the new
Absolutely.
rate will be, what the new bag rate will be?
That's our hopes.
Okay.
If I may, just a suggestion, because I used to be a treasure collector. Motor vehicle goes out in February, January, February time, and that hits even more people because you'll get folks that maybe don't pay taxes but rent. So
Yeah, but-
maybe think about putting it in that big mailing too. Just
yeah.
a thought.
Perfect.
because that will, you might have the rate set by then, even, so, potential, it's kind of, it's
Well,
early.
it seems like we're gonna want,
I have no problem with the last rate unless you want to.
but I think that the Board of Health, we, at least on a monthly basis, we're gonna talk about, at least, and we're gonna include in our agenda item, imbalances and moving forward, so that we as a board can follow up and again, plan ahead with all what's going on. Our goal is that for next year, we won't take any money from the tax levy, that the program will be self-sustainable as how it is.
You can't.
Don't be any mistake.
there's nothing to do.
No, what it means is that our plan is not to take any help from the tax levy, so that's our plan.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so a motion to adjourn, joint meeting with the, for the Board of Health.
Wait.
Yep, we need to,
Do you need a vote on the contract? Because we haven't voted on the contract.
Which contract?
Oh, never mind. We'll do it the 18th.
I can make my motion to adjourn?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Make a motion to adjourn the joint meeting.
Okay, I'll second that. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay.
make a motion to adjourn the, or, no, I'm sorry, I'll entertain the motion to adjourn.
Make a motion that we adjourn our
I'll
joint
second
meeting.
that.
Second.
Yeah. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous?
I make a motion to join the meeting of Select Board Board of Health and Finance Committee at, what time is it? 6:49 p.m.
Like they run upstairs to the planning board.
Veronica
Because it
Kelso.
takes me, they're only open once a month, and I need
Roll call. About your
cash
bag.
receipts, so I usually keep the
Laura
receipts for
Tiffany.
2 weeks. And
Hey,
then it takes
Thank
the.
you.
Thank you very much, everybody, for coming. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
There's one that I just, I have my, service in a safe now.
Is the key.
Yes, when this all started, I started to realize it was actually the safe, and I found my receipts from October 18. Oh, I forgot it was in there.
Am I good to go? Am I good to go?
Yes, yes,
All right, thank you so much. See you guys.
Method that goes through the.
It's pretty good for
Put
us.
them together, if something comes up along the way, then it'll take time to get to the bank.
Ready to go back to
Fine, and I keep track of it. Of everything.
And more people are paying by checks these days.
Yeah, my wife pays my check.
So I had $900 in checks, not this Saturday, but the Saturday before, so I have more checks than I do cash coming in.
I have it on a spreadsheet, so I put it down at the end of the month, so the month she gives it to you, and then I have to transfer it to the next one.
I said to Anthony, I can't believe it was sitting in here since October 18th, I'm so sorry.
Bye all.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you later.
Keep us informed.
Okay, thank you so much. Is Rick still here?
We're hiding in the corner.
Okay. Because I really want to write all these.
Thank you.
What's that?
Thank you.
Why do I have 2 minutes?
Because we're gonna adjourn. We're gonna,
Oh, okay. There's your next one.
okay, it's 6:43 p.m., reopening Board of Health, regular meeting.
Because Todd made a motion to do that?
I did, make a motion to open up the continuation of our Board of Health meeting.
Second that, all in favor say aye. Aye, very well. Okay, Rick, what's going on? This is project 67 Splouting Street.
Yep.
It's an upgrade.
Yes, so existing house with a failing system, so the existing septic tank in this clouded area, the existing system in this clouded area. They're looking to just upgrade for the same number of bedrooms, so 3 bedrooms. And it would be a 1,500 gallon 2-compartment septic tank, 1,000 gallon, a 1,500 gallon single compartment, 1,000 gallon single compartment, and that will gravity feed to a 16 by 28 leaching field. In order to do that, they are looking for a couple of local upgrade approvals, or 1 local upgrade approval for all the components. So there's a section of Title V that doesn't allow greater than 36 inches of cover over the system, and they are requesting up to 50 inches of cover. The requirements in Title V are that if you put more than 36 inches of cover over the septic tanks, then they need to be H20 rated. So that's what they've proposed. And then as far as the field goes, if it's greater than 36 inches, it needs to be vented, which they've also proposed. And so they've met the requirements within that local upgrade approval section to receive that local upgrade approval. Dan Proctor's here, he'll be the installer for the system, and they are still looking at trying to raise plumbing, so there's a possibility that it might comply by the time it goes in, but they're proposing it like this for now, and then we'll see what the plumber can accomplish.
I got no problem.
Okay, can I get a motion to approve upgrade with LUA 67 Splouting Street?
I'll make a motion to approve, 67 Spalding Street.
Okay, I'll second that. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Very well.
I just need to give you fees that I did for them, so.
Okay, and I have a couple of interdepartment referral forms. One of them definitely came in through West Elm.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, perfect, yeah, so I'll grab those from me tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay,
We have nothing on 1.6 and 1.7, so you're at 1.8.
30 Shirley Road.
Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay,
Have a good night.
you too. No one's here?
I'm here, on the,
Oh, okay.
I've been here the whole time.
Okay. There you go.
So we have 30 Shirley Road. What's, Carla, if you can share a little bit about what's been going on with 30 Shirley Road? I know that we have some pictures here, so...
Yes, the hauler and the resident were notified that there was recycling put in their trash dumpster over a year ago. We did talk to the owner, we talked to Shaw's, everything was gonna be worked out. And unfortunately, I do drive by there every day, so there's cardboard and trash and recycling all mixed in together, and I just don't seem to be able to get the haulers and the residents to come to a conclusion on how we can stop doing this.
So if I may, I looked at the pictures and your,
One moment. Can you identify yourself, please, for the Board of Health?
I'm sorry?
Can you identify yourself to the
Oh,
Board
I'm
of Health?
sorry, I'm Erica Williams, I'm the resident at 30 Shirley Road.
Okay, thank you. Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry. So I went through the pictures that you took, and every single one that you've taken, I went back and looked at my Ring camera, and they're all on Wednesdays. Wednesdays
not.
is recycling day.
They're not. They're not.
It's okay, it doesn't matter what day they were taken.
They're not.
So I pulled,
I went back to my
if you'd like
records.
to grab a calendar with me. I
Sure,
pulled the 19th, which is a Wednesday. I pulled
It doesn't matter the time of day.
that was a Wednesday, and the one with the big 6-foot one was also a Wednesday. So here's the issue. The tote that we have for recycling is not large enough to deal with all of the cardboard. So what we decided with the owner of Shaw's and with Ben, who runs their operations, was that when we had too much of this cardboard, that it would go in there on recycling day. We would prop it up so the guys would see it, and they would take it with recycling. We didn't want to put it on the ground because it was littering, and we can't put it on top because it blows away. So the only option we have, if this is unacceptable, is to take an additional tax burden on ourselves, because that's really what this comes down to, is having to continue to pay more and more for our trash pickup, since we're one of those, is now going to have to get a second 2-yarder for the receptacles because the tote does not fit them. It just doesn't. Amazon loves to send boxes, and I can't stop them from sending 5 times the size of a cardboard box and is necessary, and they send 43 boxes when they could have sent 2, and I got to find a place to put them all. And this is what's causing the majority of the problem.
Mr. Arsenault, our clerk has a question for you, ma'am.
Sure.
How many times a month do you have the dumpster picked up?
They're picked up every week now, which is why I thought this issue was resolved. We were having it done every other week, which was causing the overflow. At the 2-week mark, we were overflowing. So we have it every week now, and for the most part, except for the very large boxes like the one in one of your pictures, I thought we had this problem, resolved. But now I'm hearing that it's still a problem. So, like I said, if this, what we're doing to try and get it out on Wednesdays is unacceptable, the only other thing that we can come to is to having to order another entire dumpster and having 2 dumpsters on our property.
So you tell me you fill up a dumpster once a week with this much trash,
With all the cardboard, yeah, that's the problem. The boxes are taking up the majority of the space. I could probably get away with a much smaller dumpster and just have one for my recycling, because most of it is boxes.
And you crush all you break down all your cardboard?
Some of it, not all of it.
You think that might be a problem?
I mean, I try and break it all down, but I'm busy and I don't have time to break down every single box.
Well, how many people in your household?
Does it matter? Is it relevant?
It does, because I'm looking at this dumpster, a week's worth of trash. There is a lot of trash in that dumpster. For a week.
Okay, well, wouldn't that be a matter between me and my private hauler, since that's who I'm contracting to take my trash?
So you don't want to answer my question, how many people are in your household?
I just don't see how it's relevant. Well, the issue here is the recycling, correct?
And
So,
this all comes from your house?
well, people don't put trash in my dumpster outside of it, no.
Okay, just asking a question.
So, ma'am, let me ask you this. In what way are you able to resolve this situation? Because the situation with the Board of Health is that this is a health issue matter, right? And our intention is to see and protect public health. So in what way are we able to avoid this situation in the closest future? Because, I mean, I see pictures of overflowing.
Household trash.
Yes.
It's not cardboard.
So the
I don't
ones from back in May are when they were picking up every 2 weeks. So the ones that were the older pictures, the further back ones, that's when we weren't getting picked up but every 2 weeks. Now the more recent pictures that you're showing me are the ones where you can just see them on top. The last 3 are just where you see them on top.
Well, that's household trash, and that's household trash, and that's household trash. So the matter is separating the trash from the recycling.
So here is what the board has into its consideration. We need you to separate the trash and the recycling. They cannot go mixed together, okay? And I think that if you need to get an additional dumpster or whatsoever, you need to do so, but they cannot go mixed together.
If I may, Mr.
Yes,
Chairman?
go ahead.
If you properly recycled and you paid the $125 for a sticker, you could put out as much recycling. You would have to break down your boxes into 2x2, which is the mandatory curbside program rules. But you could put out as much recycling as you want for that $125 a year, and I guarantee you that dumpster that you're paying weekly to dispose of will be monthly. Because 70% of the stuff that's in that dumpster that you're disposing of is recycling.
Yeah, it's all
So-
cardboard boxes. That's my problem. I have a ton of cardboard boxes.
Boxes, we have the pictures, there's trash in there. I drive by this every day. There's noted trash. You are not recycling at all.
And
At
you don't
all.
see my 96-gallon tote full of recycling?
Never.
Never.
Because you don't look.
Not once.
So
Not
if I
once.
showed you my Ring footage of it being full all the time, would that factor in?
Or the Ring footage of the on Wednesdays when the guy comes by at between 10 and 11, taking the trash.
Okay, who is this who's talking? That
My
can
husband's
identify.
sitting next to me.
Okay.
We have footage of Shaw's coming every
Same.
Wednesday for recycling between 10 and 11 o'clock in the morning, and you can see him clearly in my Ring camera dropping cardboard every single week.
We should actually ask Rick to chime in.
Yes, go ahead, Rick.
So I think, the regulations that you guys have really kind of dictate how it should be handled. So there's a section in here that says, recyclables shall not be commingled with solid waste when collected by the permanent hauler. Recyclables must be delivered to a processing facility designated to accept recyclables. And it goes on about the the eventual, sending it to the processing facility. But I think it's pretty clear that the regulations say that you need to separate your recycling and your solid waste from each other. And later on in the regulations, it says, permitted hauler may either offer a collection container for recyclables or clearly visible stickers for the customer to apply to their existing container for recyclables. Containers for recyclables should be of a large enough volume to collect all recyclables generated by the customer. And then at the beginning, the regs state that recycling is mandatory. So I think the first thing is, if it's recyclable, it needs to be separated from the solid waste, and Shaw's as the permitted hauler needs to either provide you with a container large enough or a sticker to put on a container large enough to handle all the recyclable materials.
And I spoke to her this week, and her resolution for me was, since the 96 tote is full all the time of boxes, that we can put another 2-yarder out there, but I have to pay another fee for the 2-yarder for the recyclables.
Doesn't the hauler regulations say that they cannot charge an extra fee?
So essentially, and guys, it's not that I don't want to comply, it's just that I'm trying to deal with it.
So they require bundled services, so if they offer municipal solid waste pickup, they have to offer recycling, and it's got to be one price that they provide for it. But that doesn't mean that they couldn't charge a separate amount. It's just got to be included in that single bundle price.
You're not sure.
So if you guys want me to do the other 2-yarder, I will do that.
So ma'am, let me ask you, I know that Carter proposed to you about instead of using this big dumpster, like how about subscribing to the pay-as-you-throw program here with the town? Would it be more cost and effective for you, and at the same time you'll be able to work with your trash and divide with the recycling?
No. So I don't want to have to deal with the purple bags. We started with the purple bags. They're not big, they rip, and I don't enjoy them at all. So I'd rather just have the dumpster and deal with it that way, because we started the other way, and then now there's a $125 fee that I'm going to have to pay, and I'm going to have another fee for that. Plus I'm still going to have to pay for GW Doors and Shaw's to still take my regular trash away. So I'd rather just stay with a private hauler, because I mean, every other person who has a dumpster, they have a dumpster, they dump their stuff in the dumpster, and they take the dumpster, and nobody hears a word of it. I can tell you 100 businesses who throw whatever they want in their dumpsters, and nobody says a word about it. But because I live on Shirley Road, I hear about it every single week.
Go ahead, say it, Tom.
But they don't look like that.
Thank you.
I've seen plenty that look even worse.
Well, we're talking to those people too.
Yep.
So, like I said, if you guys want me to get the second dumpster out here, I will accept the $2,500 tax levy, which is what essentially this relates to get rid of all my boxes. Because that's what it's going to cost me a year. $2,520 for trash.
If she wants to dispose of her recycling, she can do it. She can still have the dumpster. She doesn't have to deal with the purple bags. You can use your dumpster. You can throw out your trash in the dumpster. You don't have to deal with the purple bags. You can put your recycling out at the curb as much as you want. You don't have to sort it, and it's $125.
Where am I going to put it in? That's
Whatever
my question.
Whatever you want. We have free recycling stickers. Get a couple of trash bins. Get a couple of trash bins, and just put the recycle sticker that we have available for years for the residents. So when the haulers come up and they see that trash bin, they go, oh, there's the recycle sticker. It's actually recycling. And as the bundled service says, if the hauler has to give you enough. So if your 64 or 96 gallon container is not working for your recycling, then Shaw's should be giving you 3 or 4 of them, correct?
Yeah, I mean, if they want to pay for it, they could also provide their own container that is a large enough volume and put the sticker on it. I mean, it doesn't have to be a dumpster, it doesn't have to be a Shaw's provided container,
Right.
It has to be large enough.
What you're saying to me is, if I get my own giant dumpster, because again, I don't want it out there on the curb because it blows away. It goes all over the place. So I'm trying to keep it contained in one place. So if I get something to put this in, they have to take it.
This doesn't blow away?
No, it sits on top of the trash can, so they know that when they come to get the recycling, they take
Trash.
it with them.
It's a
If you
lot.
actually came and looked after they
Leave
took
it.
recycling, you would see that the dumpster is closed after the fact. But y'all take pictures in the morning as y'all drive by.
Because we dump it
Before
out
they
there
come.
before we go to work. They come at 10 o'clock and take it and then close it all up. But
Okay,
like I
ma'am.
said, this would make you happy. This is what I will do.
So as of today, December 8th, what will be the resolution for this then, ma'am?
I will have
Because-
them bring out a larger container because the tote is not big enough. It's not fitting it, which is the problem that we're having. It is not fitting it. So I will have them bring something out here, as what he just said is that they have to provide me something big enough to be able to put this recycling in. So I will push back on them and say, I need something bigger to fit all these cardboard boxes in because I have a horde of them and they come every day. In fact, every day I probably get 10, 15 boxes and I can't fit them. So we need a bigger solution.
And if I think the bigger part of the discussion is with Shaw's, that they shouldn't be picking up those materials. And the regs clearly say that, if they don't pick it up for whatever reason, they need to provide a written reason to their customer saying why, to get them to comply. But, Shaw's shouldn't be picking it up, coping it like that.
Okay.
This isn't this is every day.
I'm
15,
sorry?
20. This is 15, 20 boxes every single day? Year
Well,
round?
right now it's Christmas time, so yeah, they're sending me a whole bunch of stuff. But I mean, I get a lot of boxes. I have a lot of stuff on auto ship.
Okay. Well, ma'am, I think we consider that the situation has been resolved for this board. I mean, there is no other action.
If it happens again, though, you have to state something that's gonna.
However, consider that this board
Final warning.
will consider this as a warning that if another situation will be brought up to this board, then the Board of Health will take the next steps, and the next step will be fines. Okay, ma'am?
I will have them bring it out here. I can resolve it once they bring out the bigger container. I will let them know tomorrow what we decided, and I'm just going to have to wait for them to bring me that container. Once I have it, I will comply.
Awesome.
Okay, very well. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Perfect.
Okay, Rick.
Rick is leaving and he's not gonna be here on Thursday.
I'm not, but I will be here tomorrow, so I will.
So, okay,
I'll give you all your permit fees at that point.
okay.
Okay.
But I think, I know you've talked to Shaw's, but, if you need to, I'm happy to help you write it or just write it. It should
You know,
be-
You are gonna write
should
a
be an
letter. Wait,
enforcement letter
we
for
need to
Shaw's.
send them an enforcement letter. I can't, with
He shouldn't be
just
picking this
telephone
up.
calls are.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty.
Enforcement letter
The trash itself.
And, if.
That's what I'm saying, it's not just cardboard.
If that really was their plan to have them throw it on top, I mean, they're clearly violating the regs. It's like, it clearly says a separate container.
Right.
No, I mean, Shaw's himself shouldn't be picking
that
up. Yeah.
up off the ground, getting out of the truck, picking that up off the ground.
Go ahead, sir.
My name is Travis Wasalski. Would I be able to add something? Or,
Yes, go ahead.
I don't know, I just thought of this. Would having her burn it in a controlled area, benefit her situation, like the cardboard
Yeah,
was?
she can't burn it.
Like her, disposing of her cardboard and burning it in a
Yeah,
safe
she can't burn
area?
it, yeah. Oh, no.
Okay.
So it's a good question from young
It
adults.
was a great question.
Great question, thank you.
That's
Okay.
against
So-
the rules.
I will see you tomorrow.
Yep.
All right, because today's Monday. I'm all messed up because I keep thinking it's Tuesday.
No, it's Monday.
Yeah, so I've got a folder for you. I'll give you the fees.
Okay.
And I've got 2 other permits for you as well.
All right, and I'll be here.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right, good night, guys.
Good night. Okay, one thing for this situation, I don't know if we should put on the website on big letters like the regulation that Rick had brought up in order to avoid this situation that.
Well, what I am going to talk to Shaw's about is when you see this folder, you'll see at the very end, there was a letter that he was supposed to send out to all his residential customers saying, hey, this is how, and it went out to all the haulers saying, hey, these are the new regulations in Townsend, so make sure your I don't know who those residential customers are because legally they don't have to tell me who they are, so I can't send them this, but I can send this to the haulers and say, you need to send this to your customers and let them know. And they were supposed to send these out, and I don't think they did, so.
Can we put that on the website?
Oh, it is on the website. This went on the website, one of the first things when we talked about it.
But I think we should
I'll talk to Glenn.
we should put it on back, and I think that, that if we send this to Glenn, I prefer it to be on hand.
Yep.
So that we can copy a signature of him, that he received it.
Yep.
Because the next time, I don't want this probably, we want to make sure that he's in compliance, because if he's not.
And this went out when Jim was still here, but you were chairman, so it wasn't that long ago. And then this went out,
It's a win-win for Shaw,
so.
because if he renegotiates, he can charge for that extra. So,
Okay, so before we get to invoices, I'd like to see if we could go to 1.11 because Travis is here. Our new recycling attendant one. Come on up, Travis.
So, I did have a few questions to ask.
So do we, so sit down.
Yes.
You've been waiting for this all night, haven't you?
You showed up early even, I thought you were only gonna be at 6:30, but you were here at 6, so yeah, it's been a long evening.
Oh, yeah.
So after seeing this whole debacle this evening, you still wanna be in the trash business?
Well, knowing that it's like that, well, probably, because I think a little bit of common sense could be used.
Okay.
And with, at least with the residents, mostly with the residents, after seeing that. Sorry. That was, in my opinion, that was very...
Just to let you know that this meeting is recorded and people can hear also as well.
Oops. Sorry.
Okay. Travis came highly recommended to the board. He's been down at the recycling center. Our foreman and Paul Walter met with him. Outstanding. I think he would be a great addition to the town. Young, personal.
Tell us a little bit about your background.
So, background. I've been in Boy Scouts and just the Scouting Association wise, pretty much since I was about eligible to go in, which is about 4 or 5 years old. I've done a couple sports, like not really very many throughout my lifetime. I did baseball for about 1 or 2 years when I was 9 to 10, and then now I'm starting to pick up in wrestling. That's going all through, hopefully, high school career. That's running from December to, I think, hopefully March. But with this new job opportunity, that might end up changing. So I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen from then. What else? I have worked in retail before. I worked for, I think it's June, like about mid-June. I can't remember the dates, to about late August, like just about the end of August. I had worked construction for Todd Arsenal, for Arsenal & Son. That was, I think, one summer, so that would have been June till August. And then that's pretty much it.
And what are your hopes of if you get hired for this position? What are your hopes of out of this position?
My hopes would be further experiencing working with different people, because as seeing from when I'd gone there the first day, just seeing the people come in, it's like, okay, well, different people deal with different situations, so I'm gonna have to, I guess you could say, better improve myself with adjusting to dealing with difficult situations, I guess you could say.
So you're a people person?
Yeah, I'm a people person.
You are or you aren't?
I what?
You are or you aren't?
I am. Because I can read people easily, I feel.
Or are you
The fact that he's very well spoken to, very clear in his speaking, you can understand him very well.
Carla, let me ask you, is he under consideration for the board to approve his hiring?
Absolutely, absolutely. Highly recommend.
Can I get a motion to approve the hiring of Mr. Travis Masowski?
I make a motion to approve Travis Masowski for the position of recycle
Attendant
attendant?
one.
Recycle what?
Attendant one.
Attendant one.
I'll second that. All in favor say aye. Aye. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much.
You gotta call that doctor's office and get an appointment right away.
Yes.
Okay?
I actually, so I did end up getting a physical. I have one from 7/25/25. Would that be?
I think it might. I think they might need a drug test, which you could probably just go down and do a P-test somewhere, like an urgent care or something. But if you do have that and you can get that to me, that's wonderful. Because I believe the Board of Selectmen are meeting next week. I really wanted to get him in it for the next time we're open, which is the 20th.
Okay.
That would be ideal. And then I'm also gonna need your shirt size and your shoe size, because we've got some sweatshirts and t-shirts and some seal-toe boots that we want you to have too.
Thank you so much.
Okay, yeah, of course.
I will let you know in advance, my phone is down right now. I did have troubles with that. It's a broken screen. Either way, I'm trying to get that fixed.
Okay.
So I don't know if I'll be able to have clear communication back and forth. I can work through email right now.
Okay.
Phone number won't work, and I don't know
What
if
about
I
your parents? You got a house phone?
don't have my house phone.
Parents' cell phone?
I
Just
do-
in case it was an emergency?
Yeah,
Okay.
And include that.
Is it in here?
Yes, it was in my emergency contact information.
Perfect. Look at you. You've got this. No, he's got his whole package. I didn't give you the whole package information. Perfect. So that's just a way for us to get in touch with you. All right.
Got it.
That's perfect.
Thank you.
Okay.
Welcome aboard, sir.
Thank you
Okay?
so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
If you don't mind, I'll take that. And I
There's
will
a couple
give
things
this.
I need to fill out for it, too.
Oh, okay.
The questions I had were, so down in here, since I had signed this,
Mm-hmm.
do I still sign off of this? Because I read this, and it was basically saying, like, do you agree to the offer of employment and all that? And this is my first time ever seeing one of these packets, so.
Actually, they're kind of new for me too, because we have a new HR director. So what I think we should do is, what's your schedule like when you get out of school? What time do you get out?
So I get out at 2:30, but I don't get home until about 3:20, 3:30,
Okay,
because I go to school in Westford.
okay. So, let's see, I will reach out on email to you and Callie, who's our HR director, because I think that she needs to sign this, that she's acknowledging that you are accepting the form of employment. So take this home with you. I'll send an email tomorrow. It'll have you, me, and Callie, and we'll figure out how we can get you in for this. You don't need to go to the selectmen's meeting. It's just a simple, now that you've had a motion, you've been accepted by the Board of Health, then it's just a recommendation for them.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
You don't have to be here either.
Thank you.
It's very nice of you to sit through all of this. Usually we're not this busy.
Oh, no worries.
This could be something right up your alley.
Well, after going there and getting like a walk through the place,
No,
it
I'm
seems.
talking about just being somewhere like this.
Oh, there's
On
no-
a board somewhere when it comes time.
All the 90% of the men that have worked there have gone off to be policemen, just to let you know.
Oh, wow.
In fact, Matt McRae is a state policeman now.
Oh, wow.
But they all stayed there. I mean, Paul started working there when he was 14 and he's 32 and he's still there.
Oh, wow.
So they really enjoy it. It's very laid back. It can get busy. People can be cranky. It can get cold. But for some reason, the people who come in there don't leave.
Yeah. And I can see why, because they make you feel at home there. All the guys there, I do want to give them a shout out. They do a great job at making you feel like, hey, this is where you're supposed to be.
Good. It's nice to hear.
Thank you. Have a good night,
Yeah,
okay,
thank you so
sir?
much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Travis.
Okay,
Okay, you
Go
got your
invoices.
invoices. Carla got a short winter puffer coat with their clothing allowance. Board of Health supplies from Staples, calendar, desk calendar and wall calendar for 2026. AT&T monthly bill. Bob's Tire, $866. That's normal.
Bob's Tire, what?
Bob's Tire, it's when they dispose of the tires.
Okay,
I think it was around 180 tires, it's right here in the backup, but it's usually between 150 and 2 that we start getting high, so I think they did go up a little bit, but we still do make a little bit of money with it. Unitil, back up again, 304, up and down, up and down. Carla really trying to keep her mileage down, really trying to, I've got to go someplace, let's try and, do 3 things at once. So October through December, only $42.21. Neshoba Board of Health, third quarter fees for Rick and the nurses. Needle kiosk, $95. We went up on our needles. They went up $10 too. I think they heard about it. No, I'm kidding. East Coast Recycling, that is the electronics at a flat rate of $675, which is a smoking deal. So that is your warrant for this month. Do we want to meet on the 22nd, Todd? Because Christian and I said no.
so, I'm proposing not to meet on the 22nd because it's Christmas week, and I don't think, what are your thoughts? So, we're not gonna meet on the 22nd.
Okay.
So that's gonna leave us for our next meeting on the 12th for any business matter.
Yep.
My question to you is, that means what days will be the Board of Health office open?
I don't see myself taking, I'm really up in the air right now. I've got a doctor's teleconference tomorrow at 1:30, and then I have a big meeting at Friday at 8:20. So after that, I'll have a little bit more as far as my schedule, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be anything crazy. So that week, I'd probably just be off the 24th, 25th, and 26th.
Yep, that'll be fine.
I think that the town hall is gonna close at noon time on the 24th, and I think that they're probably gonna say that they're closed on the 26th to the public, but if you wanna work, you can come in and work.
So why don't we propose the dates that are gonna be, that we're gonna be open then? Like.
We will put that on the website. Let me go through, let me get to my doctor's appointment on Friday first, before we start.
Okay.
Let me get into next week and see exactly.
Because the thing is that, that if we're not gonna be in session next week, I think, I don't know of any purpose of having the office, open.
Well, I need a salary, so
No, well, I mean, it depends on how busy it is, but I mean,
yeah, I'm gonna work, in the budget, you saw the emails have just started to go out about the budgets, everything's level funded, so that's good. There's not a lot of talk when you've got contracts, there's not a lot of lee room, but I gotta look at the landfill operations because we cut 20% out of a lot of our budgets. And now I'm looking at them and thinking, wow, we're gonna be really tight. So, looking at a little different things. The flyer, I also have to start working on that.
Okay.
I gotta start working on that flyer.
Okay.
Because I think I wanna send out 2. I think I think I wanna send out one like
With
in
the tax.
January, just a flyer. The flyer, hey, Happy New Year, look at the schedule for the recycling center for 2026 is these dates. Have you got your sticker? Pay attention, things will be in your tax insert, just a little bit of information. Because when you send out the bill in the tax insert, it's gotta be just a bill. Because it can't be any more weight. So we can't be making all this big, nice flyer, heavy thing, so, and we haven't used any of the money yet for the education, so we've got
So
to.
we have to use it, yeah.
Well, we don't have to, I mean, it's great that it's there, but that's one of the things I've been extremely frugal. We have not spent any money unless I absolutely have to,
It's good.
Okay.
so,
It's good.
yeah, I think it went very
You
well.
guys did well. It was a good presentation then, so.
Wasn't a presentation.
Not a presentation, but it was
It was
just
a meeting.
questions and
It was good.
answers.
So,
So I think that we should keep it on if the select board or whoever wants to have any meetings to,
They
to
know that they
request-
can come in anytime, and once Elizabeth starts giving me those
Spreadsheets are gonna keep
spreadsheets,
that.
I'm just gonna send them monthly. It'll go to Dawn, well, it's not gonna go to Nelson, but it'll go to probably Lori.
spreadsheets will keep them happy.
Yep, just here you go, monthly. This is what, and I sent Dawn, you saw it when I sent you guys the spread, I sent it to Dawn. I'm not keeping them, I sent them to Lori.
They're all good.
I'm not transparent. I probably send more to Lori than I should, but she's our liaison,
yeah.
Good, it's all good.
so.
So our next meeting is gonna be on January 12th, 2026.
Perfect.
And can I get a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting?
I will definitely make that motion to adjourn tonight's meeting.
Okay, I'll second that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned at 7:21 PM.